look at her. I talked to her regular. I didn't suggest nothing. And I knew the other one was going to talk to her about what we do, but she kept being around and she got curious.
Absolutely.
They still don't talk to this day. That must have been 15 years ago. They still don't talk to this day.
Jeez.
And they cousins.
Jeez.
It's never that real.
Jeez. Yo, I always felt weird about that. Like as your family member, would you cut a family member off of? Would you cut a family member off for some ass or for some pussy for some?
I'm a Pisces,
relationship
and I'm emotional.
Pisces. What date is your birthday?
February 25th.
Yeah, March 6th.
Yeah, so
March
and February is different, but I'm gonna tell you.
Don't try to
No, I'm saying I'm weird. He's more grounded, I believe, because we sensitive. We water signs and shit, right? So, but me, I'm so I can see me overreacting. I can see me bad reacting in that type of situation. Would I mentally say, yeah, I would do it? No, but I can see me having a bad emotional reaction to certain shit. Like I'm aware of my faults.
Black Rich, would you cut off a family member for some ass?
In a day.
For some ass?
Yeah, like in a relationship, your family member is they're advising you against a relationship. You're dating, you like this person. Well, would you cut this person off because they're saying things against your relationship, or they're like giving you advice like, yo, honestly, that's not for you, and you like, you know what, I'm gonna cut you off. Cause I really, it happens a lot.
Growing up, I have a cousin. He's born in May. I'm born in November. So whenever we went to anything, it was probably one pretty girl our age. You know, any event,
of course.
So both of us is like, yo, we both talking to her, and it was made the best man win, bro. And even if we might have both got the number, cause he lived in. I'm not gonna say where he lived. I don't want
Don't be rich, please.
He lives in another state. We lived in 2 different states. So, you know, whatever, it'll be whatever. Like, you're gonna hit it, I'm gonna hit it too. Fuck it. Either or. Like, it'll never be bad blood over vagina for me, personally.
CTTN _ Cindy _ HG says, my brother cut us off for a girl.
Cotton candy, man.
Oh, cotton.
Yo, that's the third time you did that. I didn't want to correct you.
Cotton _Candy _ HG says, my brother cut us off for a girl. He's a March Pisces. Listen, don't group us all together. Do not group us all together. I would never.
Want it to be grouped.
But Pisces game. But no, we're not all the same, man. I mean, it's not all the same. It's not all the same.
I mean, do you believe in the signs and all that?
There's levels on both sides. I don't swear by it, but I definitely acknowledge the things that's facts about it or seem to be true. Yeah, I'm definitely an emotional ass motherfucker. Like, and I wish I got a friend that's a Gemini. He's more. He doesn't react to things the way I react to things, and this is consistent. We just different, and then more people that are Pisces react the way I react.
I feel the same way. Rich just said, he was like, yo, I wasn't trying to play you, saying that you're sensitive. I am a very sensitive person, but the way I keep my friends around me is meticulous for that reason. Who I interact with, who I give my energy to is all based on, yo, I'm a sensitive person, so I'm not gonna sit here and put bullshit in my life. So I have to deal with that my entire time instead of, like solid motherfuckers. Absolutely.
All signs got some things that is just like Virgos are very like meticulous. Very.
Now. My mom's a Virgo. My sister was a Virgo.
Gotta be this way.
Yeah,
gotta be this way.
Like with my mom, it's Richard, can you do this? Can you do this? Sure, Mom. Let me finish this up. No, I needed it. Right now.
Drop everything.
You know what? I'm gonna do it myself. Oh! Anyway.
Let's not get derailed. I didn't mean to derail anybody.
Virgos, bro.
Virgos is tough. But the thing, the main reason I don't believe in that whole sign thing is because everybody's thing about Taurus is that we're stubborn. And I'm like, everybody's stubborn. Give me a better one. Everybody's stubborn
about being stubborn.
See, but that's good. But you heard it though.
But everybody says that shit.
He be so mad, like you're too. He don't even deny that he's stubborn. He's like,
you are too. You are too.
It's so easy. It's so easy to say that somebody's stubborn when they're going against something. If I'm going against what you're saying, you're automatically calling me stubborn already.
You're being stubborn.
But are you acknowledging? You're saying that this show is based on us self-reflecting and making sure we are aware of ourselves. Are you aware that you are a stubborn individual who points out other people's stubbornness because of how stubborn you actually are, bro?
Yes or no?
I point out other people's stuff.
Yes.
You see this bullshit?
Yeah, you see
this bullshit?
My son, see me? I'm like, yeah, we sensitive. He's like, yeah, we sensitive. You, as a tourist, like, no, we're not stubborn.
Everybody's stubborn. Oh, why am I the one? Why everybody's stubborn?
You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
Yeah, everybody's stubborn.
Okay, y'all got that one.
4-H made me say Leos are the best sign.
Yeah, here we go with this sign shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I love my older brother Mike, and he's a Sagittarius. I really fucking.
You ever lied about what sign you are? Because I used to play that game all the time. I used to be like, yeah, you know, I'm a Scorpio.
You know what's so funny? I'm a Scorpio, so that always worked in my favor. I'm the same my sign.
I'm being stubborn on that
Well,
one.
I'm fucking. I'm like,
that whole sex.
I'm the same my sign.
By the way, I'm a
And
Cancer.
niggas made a popular song, and everybody was like, "Yeah, Scorpios."
I'm a Scorpio.
Like, stop it, my nigga. Stop it.
MJ Hayes.
That's some Taurus shit.
MJ Hayes _ says you can't tell a Taurus nothing about themselves.
Yeah,
You can't
here
tell
we
a
go.
Taurus
That's
about
not true.
themselves
That's not true.
at all, bro.
See, he wouldn't be
You
stubborn
see
about
that
that.
shit?
Everything is a rebuttal.
Yo, Bianca Torn says too stubborn to admit he's stubborn.
Everything is a rebuttal. Everything is a rebuttal, bro.
Anyway,
Let's moving on quickly.
Have you ever had two people that you would fucking meet?
Yes.
How'd that go?
Yes, I have, and you know, honestly, I was a whole Pisces about it. I was like, honestly, y'all wanted me, so I gave myself to y'all. Like, what did y'all want from me? Like, y'all wanted dick, I gave y'all dick. Let me just, can I go my way now?
That's what it is. This is what I'm here for, right?
Is this what you wanted? I mean, they were cool about it. You know, they were like, you know, honestly, he's right. You know, so I mean, when you're spitting, honestly, I found that, you know, being honest and realistic about situations can make you out to be an asshole a lot of times. You're immediately branded as the asshole. But at the end of the day, they always come back and be like, yo, he was real to me about something. He gave me something that somebody else didn't give me. That he told me some shit I needed to hear. And that was it.
I'm not a liar. I've never been a liar.
Mm.
I've never been a liar. So nobody's ever felt one way.
You never cheated.
Yeah.
Did you lie about cheating?
Did they ask me if I was cheating?
Yo, we in the show that Jesus Christ, Lord, yo, drop the gems, Tahoe.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not a cheater.
Black men don't cheat.
The one time I cheated with my ex, I told her the next day, and we broke up soon after.
You were over that.
I was over it, and we had these conversations about me being sex starved and shit like that. So that was that. The only other time that I would say I cheated before that was when I was a hustler in the streets, and that was 20-something years ago. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see the reason to be in a relationship if you gotta step out. You know what I mean? If you gotta do that, then
don't be in a relationship.
And do you attribute that to the fact that you are so open and you are, you know, explorative when it comes to, you know, like
I think
your world now?
I think I have privilege a little bit. I'm somewhat good looking. I've always had a little couple dollars. So I can go get bitches.
Don't get shit.
Go get money. I can go get bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to hold on to this one. You know what I mean? And I think that if you don't really have that, you scared for whatever reason that you're gonna be without, you'll lie.
Like he said, it's a lot easier not to cheat when your partner accepts who you are. It's everything. You know what I mean?
But we've had a friend come and tell us, yo, honestly, their partner told them, yo, if you're going to go out on our relationship, just tell me about it. And he felt the way about that. And that's understandable. Okay, I was just saying, you know what I mean? Like, we had a friend come and tell us, yo, I feel a way about my shorty telling me it's okay for me to go and cheat. I would rather just go cheat in secret.
The only thing she told him was, on the days that you cheat, don't sleep in the bed, sleep on the couch.
Oh, well, see, I don't know if I knew that.
That was she said. He said that to us that day.
Oh, okay, man. I didn't hear that. My fault.
get in the bed. That's you telling me to go cheat, but then signal you?
Don't signal me. I'm not giving you the bad signal. I'm just gonna lay in the bed regular.
Women, listen, be careful with women, bro. Be careful with women, man.
Why? Why you say that?
Because they don't know themselves often. It's hard for when you have you feel a way in this situation that you tell me, all right, this is how I feel about this situation, but then something happens different. Like the difference is this. The difference is this, but you and I don't communicate that. We heard one thing. You know what I'm saying? And so communication is very interesting when it comes to women and men because we communicate on so many different
So
levels.
we be like, but you said. She be like, yeah, I said this, but you did this.
And you knew because of this.
Yeah, right.
And they be right.
No,
they be right, but we don't think that deep about this shit. But if you really listen to to things they say, it does make sense.
Right.
But I ain't think about all that because I just heard this.
I didn't dive into it that deep.
So women, it's hard, man. Women be right about a lot of shit that men don't even consider. We don't even think about that shit like that. But if you think about it, they right.
We had a question about business, but I don't want to switch the focus, honestly. So we're gonna take that for a different episode. I wanted to ask you. I don't want to switch the focus. I wanted to ask you, since you're so open to different acts and pleasing and all that different stuff, what's off limits to you in the bed?
Great question. I've never been pegged, right? I really ain't into the bending over and tooting my butt up in the air type shit.
You ever had your ass ate?
Absolutely. And all types of other shit.
What was the? Let me ask this question. What was the position? What was the position that you got your ass eaten?
I've done all types, but the one that I think the one I felt most comfortable with is when I stood. She was on her knees and
you kind of dropped your ass in her face.
I ain't dropped my.
Let him say. Let him do it.
Do we do a live demonstration? No. Let me know.
It's like what happens is they giving you head and you just push their head back. And so they just get under like that and do it like that.
And you're standing or you?
You're standing.
You're standing.
Okay.
So they get on their knees and you get ahead and they put their head under your nuts and you up in it like they end up in like that. Or shit, go behind you and do the rusty trombone. Jerk your shit off. You just stand there like.
Yo, this goes a lot.
It's very masculine. You can stand there like this and get your ass.
Nigga said it's very masculine.
This goes a lot.
Like home.
Yo, bro, this goes a lot to what Ace the Goat was saying. He was like, "You just ease it in. You don't really have to."
You talking about teabagging though?
Yeah, but I'm saying that you could stand up and still have all of those things happen, and it still be, I guess, masculine. I mean, I hate the fact that we're talking right.
I could be the real yo. Why are we so worried about the asshole? And I think I will ask women that same shit. Why y'all so worried about the asshole? With men, y'all like, oh, you ain't freaky. You won't let me do nothing with your ass. I could be mad other freaky. Why are you so concerned about our asshole? But then why are we so concerned about our asshole? What is that area that makes it so
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
For me, like for example, I put up the clip that I made today because I was talking about the long lick. We spoke like they.
I'm sorry. Once he says the words, I lose it, bro.
You know what? He called me Long Lick Rich.
He called me Long Lick Rich.
Why? He called me Long Lick Rich because.
That's a wild name.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Y'all are a lot freer than I thought you were.
We free over here.
No, we don't judge. We honestly don't judge, and we reflect, bro. We reflect, man.
Because to be honest with you, I really don't care how anybody else feels about anything I do.
Same here. If you do this job, you know the deal.
You know what I mean? But on some shit, I was explaining one time that like we talk about eating ass. When we started this show, nobody had ate ass. Jerry eventually, he's married, so he eventually ate his wife's ass, whatever. We always make it like a joke because he wanted to announce it to our followers.
I want
Jerry, I had to clip.
Go, right. Shut up.
But Rich, I told my brothers, I just wanted to tell the audience. All right,
let's move on.
But Tahoe.
Let's move on.
Well, let me tell Tahoe.
Let me continue my story.
All
right, thank you. So Tahoe. So anyway, one day we talking about something that I did. I was like, I never ate ass. A girl responded. A girl texted me and was like, actually, nigga, one time.
You did a long lick.
You did a long lick.
You passed by that shit like once or twice. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't intentionally eat your ass. Like if I was drunk night, we in the telly or whatever. I'm nah. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's the third fucking sound, my nigga. Yo,
What was the other one? Patty Town?
it's floop, floop, and nah.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway.
I'm tired.
Yo, I can't take it anymore, bro.
For me, as far as just to answer your question, as far as
Ace the Ghost and Long Lick Rich.
Long live Rich, my nigga.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But on some shit like, I never, like, the stigma to me is really more so like, a lot of stuff for me is, I would never taste my ass. Mm-hmm. So why would I want to taste somebody else's ass? Just like when we talked about, would you kiss a girl after you came in her mouth? And I said, no, because I don't taste my fucking cum. So that's really what it was for me. You get what I'm saying? Granted, I'm not even gonna lie. This show has definitely opened me up more to the idea of eating somebody like that, but it would have to be my
Is that right?
my partner. Yeah, you know.
Now you black?
You black gonna do it soon.
Now you black?
Black gonna do it soon.
No, you gonna say, is that right? No.
I'm just saying this because this is the first time I've heard them say
Okay.
something like that.
So what is no? Has this show kind of changed? No.
I had listen. Can I? Let me be open. My lady, she's very big on it. She's 100% sure that she's gonna eat my ass one day. Like she tells me every time.
Your ass? She's going to eat your ass. Wow.
She tells me every time. Right?
Look at her. Yes, sir.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do it.
That's her thing.
When she do that, you gotta marry her. I'm just letting you know that.
I can't leave after that.
You can't leave for real. Just ask him. Yeah, ask him.
I'm not 100%. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with it. But will she wear?
He lying. I seen in his face just now. He lying.
Talking shit, Tahoe. Talking shit.
You got him.
Talking shit. You got him.
The thing is, and it happened to Rich already. I heard what he was saying.
Wait, no. How long lick? Nobody licked me.
Nah, what I'm saying.
Hold on.
The effect happened to you already. We're so concerned about. We really are affected by outside influence.
Facts.
Really worried
That's
about
real.
what
Absolutely.
people think.
So he was like, yo, I've been on this show. It kind of made me more comfortable. You want to know why? Because you know it's okay. Mm-hmm. You know other people are doing it. All right. You know what? All right. I ain't going to be judged. All right. He's still alive? Oh, he did it? Or whatever. Oh, he's still here? Are we good with it?
He's still
right,
my man. We still smoke
I
blunts
ain't find
together. We
nobody.
good.
Y'all so smoke. Wow. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just
Damn.
So what happens is now people plant seeds of curiosity. You know what I'm saying? You plant a seed. He planted the seed in your head. Somebody planted a seed in his head. His shit grew. He wanted to say, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going this night. I'm doing it because I want to see what it looks like. That shit now dropped the seed over to you. Now you sitting there like this. You like, oh, I wouldn't do it. Then the seed starts sprouting. And they see, you're like, fuck it. I feel comfortable with you. I'll let you do it. She got to kind of put you in that mood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you feel comfortable with her, you'll do it. He already there. But he's been holding on to it for so long. He
just wanted a way to let it go, bro. And he let it go on Keeping My Podcast. Yo, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Tahoe said it.
When he said it, he looked down. Like he looked down and he looked back up. Like I would. I seen that.
He paid attention to your body language, which is the real talk, my nigga. That's the real talk.
Yes,
Something is stuck, Bolt.
Black brothers watching right now. Like,
yo,
fire for that.
Oh, yo, fire for that, bro. Yo, not my brother.
But maybe not, because his brother watches his show. And if he and he said he's a big fan of his show.
He said he's a big fan of his show.
So it may not be what we think. Like a lot of the times, like, for example, I started off by saying I don't care about people's opinions, but there are you're right. When you just said that, I'll be 100% transparent. Mm-hmm. The other people's opinions has shaped why I view it so the way I view it. Because I know, like, besides the whole aspect of I don't want to eat, I don't want to taste no doo-doo or nothing like that. I am a pleaser, and it is the aspect of where I've said to myself, like, damn, my waste comes out of there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The waste comes out of the like,
it sure does.
Listen, this is speaking honestly from a person who's conflicted about the whole idea of it. You know what I mean? Even when the girl told me that I did a long lick type shit, I was like, In that moment, I was like,
He tasted it.
I don't taste no shit on my tongue.
I don't remember no. I don't
You know
remember
what I
no.
like, you know what I mean?
Why is that the move we making?
You gotta make sure it's not on your lip, like, you know what I mean? But no, on some shit, like, and doing the show and seeing how many women because we've had times where, like, this is light. We've had times where we've had days where it's like so much women. We got guys down here and everything like that in the audience, and all the women, majority of them are like, yeah, I want a nigga to eat my ass. I want a nigga to da-da-da-da. Like, I remember a girl, this Spanish lady tried to eat my ass before. I smacked her on the forehead when she tried to go for my balls to my ass. I was like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
because your masculinity, you felt like, yo, women don't have that. Mm-hmm. There's no like femininity standard. Like, you could do whatever you want when it comes to, as long as, you know, men, because we try to keep it as far as in that whole category. As long as that whole category isn't there, women can really explore and go outside and still be a woman tomorrow. You can still be a feminine woman tomorrow. You could do all kind of shit, still be a feminine woman tomorrow. But can you actually be a heterosexual black man and do certain shit without your masculinity being put into question?
And I feel like you're completely right about that, because a lot of women, a lot of our critical thinkers have said that if a man has ever experimented one time, they are considered gay for the rest of their life. That was a big line.
Even if it's with a woman. Even if it's with a woman. And that same woman that did it to you will still judge you.
Absolutely.
She'll still go tell you, yo, I let him eat my ass, or I ate his ass, and tell her friends and have you looking crazy. Like, yo, it's very unsafe.
That's why I appreciate my
us,
man.
You're not comfortable. You know what I'm saying, with yourself.
Sorry to everybody in the audience. Tyler, would you mind if we cut your live and then just ran off of this, because we about to get to our classics and all that. Yo, let them know.
Yeah, let them know.
Come over to Keep in Mind. They're actually on, because the people that are on here are on our live. He's just on there.
Okay, all right, yeah. So come on over to Keep in Mind podcast. I don't gotta go nowhere.
Yeah, you don't gotta go. Yo. Listen, thank y'all so much for coming through today, man. We're not done. We're about to get into our questions, our Kim questions.
My beard is bearding.
My beard is bearding.
I wish.
Rich don't know about beards bearding.
Thank you.
I still love you though.
Not my face, bro.
I'll give you that. I will never let you hang, my brother. I'll never let you.
Yeah, because y'all all got beards. Niggas love trying to point at your flaws or your lack thereof, and then be like, I love you.
Yeah.
Yo, my man, you got one leg, my nigga. You didn't see me out here running with that leg. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
I'm fast too, boy. I'm sorry, man.
I'm fast as hell. My man.
Fast as fuck. But nah, all right, Tao.
Yo.
We usually got.
They ever hold up? I didn't mean to ask you. But they are asking about the party link, Tahoe. So please do mention that and just tell the people how they could reach the party. A lot of people are interested in the party link on this chat.
So we're doing a Kinks and Drinks party this weekend. It's a Halloween party. It's a masquerade party. You can come in costume. You can also come casual but sexy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a sensual masseuse there. We're gonna have doms there. We're gonna have live kink performances. Now, this isn't a full play party. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like going to a black sex museum where we're gonna party, we're gonna have a DJ, we're gonna have food and all types of stuff, but we're also gonna have kink activities happening in the crowd. You can get tied up, you can get bent over and spanked, all types of fly shit while Lil Baby is playing in the background. You can dance.
We the who's who.
The space is huge. We normally do it in a space where it's very quaint and stuff, but we created such a great atmosphere with sex furniture and pro doms and pro performers. We have dancers, I'm about to say strippers, but dancers that are going to be doing stuff on stage, off stage. And it's just a really fire thing to do with your girls or bring couples, you know what I'm saying? Come out.
That's one of our critical thinkers say, can you be single and go?
Absolutely.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. See, there you go.
A lot of people saying man.
The link is in my bio on Instagram.
And we're gonna be posting it all week this week in our story.
So spell it out for the people.
Tahoe TV, TAHOE_TV on Instagram. Or you can email us at hardorsoftpod@gmail.com and we'll send you the link.
All right.
Thank you.
Now we have certain questions that we like to ask people.
Absolutely.
I mean, clearly, if you've had your ass eaten, you've ate ass already, so we don't need to ask that question. You know what I mean? I do feel like that's definitely a topic that people need to speak on more, especially in the Black community. The whole idea, like, because
just acknowledge that I'm the first one to come out and talk about it.
And actually, you're not. Nick was the first one.
All right.
Exactly. That's okay. It's all right. I'm just saying.
On this podcast,
you were influenced by him. No, he was the first person to talk about doing it on the podcast. At my house.
People said they flying in for your party. They said they trying to.
Let's make it a movie. Let's make it a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what's up. So besides, like,
are y'all coming?
Huh?
Are y'all coming?
Yeah, we going?
You damn right.
She said, "You damn right."
Yo,
I guarantee you got the time of your life. Like beyond, like we have this huge white wall with
how much
sexual imagery all over
let's not say that on
the
the camera.
yeah. Sexual imagery all over the room. It's gonna be crazy.
What's it called? What's it called?
That's funny.
What is going on?
You can't see my eyes.
right. I saw you. I felt it. I was like,
No. Yesterday, I was at my boy Black and his person CNW. They have a photo company, like a 360 photo booth company for events and whatnot.
Dope shit.
But they throw game nights, and at the game night, something I forgot what happened. But me and this has been my best friend since we was like 15. So we could communicate just by looking at each other. So something happened. I forgot who spilled something or something happened. And he's trying to look at me, but I have these shades on. And I'm looking at him. I'm communicating, but he can't see it. So he's like this. He's like this the whole time. So then I can tell you can't tell. So I walk over to him. He's like, yo, take your glasses off.
So I need that acknowledgement.
I'm trying to talk to you, man.
Niggas acknowledgement.
Yo, come on. We need to see this together.
I have a question for you. Do you have a close friend or a best friend?
Absolutely. DJ Trauma. He's a co-host on So Shameless with me. Yeah, we've been friends since 13, 14 years old. Two completely different niggas though. Like,
oh, matter of fact, since now I can bring up the topic. Yeah. You work with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the keys to a successful business partnership with your friends?
Listening and boundaries.
Actually listening.
You can't, but also boundaries, because you can't take your friendship, like with your friendship, y'all do whatever, right? But with business, you can't talk to certain people somewhere. You can't just do whatever. Like you still gotta respect them as a business partner. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta respect them as a business partner. You still can't go too far with business just because you have that key with friendship. Like some shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I used to out him, say all types of crazy shit. Like, oh yeah, you fucking with that bitch the other day. He got a girl. So now he's sitting there like,
yo, you know the nigga. Nigga.
And you see the change. You know that change come over your friend face when you
Yo.
He's sunk in
like, what the fuck are you doing?
And you live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And this is me. I'm just talking shit like, yeah, I got you. I got you, nigga. I got you. And he's sitting there like,
do you have me? Do you have me, my nigga? Help me.
Only reason it really is because this show is based off our friendship. You know what I mean? And certain people have made comments to me about me and Jerry, how we sometimes clash. You know what I mean? And like something that happened for me, like, and I'll be like I said, I'll be being transparent. There was one time when I was speaking to Jerry about my actual job, and Jerry said something to me like, "Yo, fuck your job," and I felt like, nigga, this is my livelihood, and like that shit really like, cause we were talking about the business and everything like that. It took me a while. I like here we never spoke about it. When we on vacation in Puerto Rico, I said to him, "Yo, bro, you supposed to be my brother." And we have a business together. When we talking business, because Jerry, for me, Jerry tends to feel like yelling is how you become right instead of talking. I said that to you before. I was like,
you said that.
I said that to you. You do that, Jerry. You yell a lot.
But I'm loud. So that's
no, it's not about to be arguing.
No, don't do that, Black. Don't do that. But I am loud. I am loud. You being next to me right now for 2 hours, would you say that my voice extends beyond this basement into the upstairs and could go outside at the time?
So my thing is this, before we go further, right? I will say this. For one, y'all have monetized y'all friendship. Understand that. Y'all monetize, y'all make money off of y'all friendship, off of y'all bond. But understand that the friendship comes first.
I've said that before.
You understand that, right? So you have to protect each other. You have to protect that bond. It's very, very important because this is entertainment for everybody else, but this real shit with y'all.
Yeah.
This real shit. Y'all gonna be at each other's weddings.
Cameras cut
Y'all gonna be at one of y'all gonna have to carry the other one's thing at the end of the road. Like, don't let this shit come between it, right? So obviously, both of my co-hosts are my friends, and I'm a habitual line crosser. I do it all the time. It's who I am. It's literally, that's why I only have a few friends, because I've crossed everybody else.
Talking shit.
So
I feel the same way.
That I need to protect them in certain ways. Some conversations are not meant to be had on the show. Ego gets involved, right? There's real shit behind this shit. Real shit that's behind this shit. Some shit just ain't meant to be monetized. You understand what I'm saying? So this conversation, y'all need, as long as y'all comfortable with it, fine. But some conversations, it's meant to say, you know what, table that. Boom, in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you do that with your children.
Yeah.
You do that with your girl. You know when is the right time and how is the right time to have this conversation. But we get lost in the drinks and the lights is bright and you don't want to look wrong on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, you're going to say some foul shit.
That's why I kind of feel comfortable bringing it up now, because I didn't feel like it would lead to anything. I really... It's something that's important.
That's a general rule across the board, not just for today. I don't mean to cut you off. But that's a general, protect your friendship. Y'all monetize your friendship. That's a very, because y'all argue, because we're meant to argue with these type of podcasts. I do the same thing. We're meant to go at each other. But just understand that there's a core golden egg right there at the end of it. We can't cash in for this fucking podcast. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad that you said that, honestly, because I never need to tell this nigga how many times I've defended him or, put him on, like that's mine. Like, fuck that. Whatever you're saying, that's my nigga. I'm rocking with him. So for me, it was never a question of, bro, me saying this is me saying this because I don't give a fuck about what it is that you do. It's me saying, my nigga, what we have has way more potential to me than what it is that you're talking to me that you feel like is the most important thing right now.
But at the same time,
I have to still think.
Right. He's saying, yo, that matters to me. And your opinion of what I do matters to me. That's like with my friends. I'm a garbage man by day. You know, my nigga used to be like, yo, I would never do that. Or like, and that shit's like, yo, so what do you look at me saying that I ain't doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what you trying to say? You better than me? You know what I mean? So it kind of could get there, especially with people that you respect. About, when you come to your girl, your house, how you live. I remember one of my friends was like, yo, your crib is crazy. And I was like, so what are you trying to say? Right. You judging me because your crib, you got a duplex and I got an apartment? Like, what you trying to say? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Your crib is crazy.
Your crib is crazy. Y'all gotta respect each other and respect. Listening is very important when it comes to
listening and respect.
All right. That's what's up. I appreciate that advice, and that's advice for everybody, not just for us. It definitely hits home, but it's for everybody. If you have it, because I know a lot of people, most businesses start amongst friends usually, unless you're trying to do something on your own, or that's very individual. So it's very important to remember what you just said. Remember the friendship. Like we've had a different business before, and I felt like when we were getting attention, I'd actually talk off and say, yo, I don't want to do this business no more, because I care about our friendship more. Like that's happened before, you know what I mean?
And sometimes it's important to call them in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He pulled up on me, was like, yo, I don't want to stop the business. I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? Like, but it's communication.
But it's boundaries too.
Yeah.
Like, man, we don't like to
I felt like a chick at that point because I had my kid with me too, and I was just like, my nigga, like, what are you trying to tell me? We're not friends anymore?
But you asked me.
With my child in my hand, like, my nigga, what?
We don't realize with our friends that we have to be able to draw boundaries with each other, and we have to respect each other's boundaries. And that's verbal, that's physical, all types of shit. You have to, as a person, human being, in any type of relationship, be able to establish boundaries. It's something I've learned this year. Because I was always like, yo, why would you, why I couldn't say that? Why you feel it? It's because, nigga, you went too fucking far. And you know that. You know that. But because I'm your friend, you think you can do whatever. Or because I'm your girl, you think you can say whatever or be whatever. Because, because you know I love you. Why would I mean to hurt you? But you did. You crossed a boundary and you know that. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn as men to be able to create certain boundaries and respect certain boundaries. And that comes in all of our relationships. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's crazy. I didn't even know I knew certain shit. That's crazy.
I didn't even know I knew that.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
My man said, I just pulled that out.
But we do want to be getting closer to wrap up time.
Yes.
We're not done yet, everybody. But I wanted to ask y'all Kim classics. Jerry, start off with the one that you always go with.
Yes, Tahoe. And you must choose one. Give you 2 scenarios. You pick one. Would you rather be married and miserable or single and lonely? And why?
Single and lonely.
And why?
I was born an only child. I'm used to being, by myself, being an only child. But I also feel like
You can pick up chicks.
that's one thing. But being married and miserable, like you stopping that person from being happy just because y'all made a choice years ago, and you don't know what.
Different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, at the end of the day, and that's a depreciating interest, and continuously. Something we invested in years ago has been depreciating continuously, and we're only keeping it because we have it. It has no value anymore. We're miserable. It's not worth what we took when we went to the lot. It's not worth what it was anymore. And we're just holding on to it just to say that we had to go. You ever seen somebody? I guess an old man across the street from me that has this old fucking Cherokee and it's rotted out at the bottom. The wheels never have air in them, and he only moves it from side to side. He doesn't drive it. I'm like, yo, this shit is taking up space.
Right.
Somebody else
It's
could park
clutter.
here.
Right.
And that could be a relationship. It's just taking up space. Somebody else could park
They're
there.
hoarding relationships.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, why are you keeping this shit?
Stop hoarding relationships. That's fucking.
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the that was one of the craziest responses I've heard for that question, man. I'm not gonna even hold you, man.
I feel like we always get good responses.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You did that, though. Huh? Why couldn't you just have the best response?
I didn't say you didn't have the best. Why you had to do that? You're right. Let me shine, my nigga. There you go, right? Let me shine, my nigga.
I'm like, nah, niggas always hit us with good shit.
Yeah, black trying to be political and shit. Yo, everybody gives a great answer. Everyone usually gives a great answer.
Flag, yo.
Nah, bring it back. Bring it back.
That's what we're gonna play.
Those yards don't count.
So my question to you is another Kim classic is, what are your 3 top non-negotiables in a relationship?
Selfishness.
Selfishness.
Physical or verbal abuse. Or any type of abuse, actually.
Okay.
Abuse to you.
Period.
Like women hitting you.
Yeah. I don't play those. I don't play any of those things.
How do you respond to that, by the way?
I leave. But I leave immediately, and if we don't, certain things probably have to happen for us to actually be okay again. I don't deal with abuse well. I used to hit women. I was in a very abusive space when I grew up. I didn't have no men around to show me how to deal with women. So I learned from friends that were abusive. And so I took that and thought that that's how we supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And it took until I got into a relationship it took until I had my daughter, unfortunately, and I know women hate that, to say, when she said to me one day, well, something happened. You used to hit mommy. She saw me and her mother fight.
Killed me.
And that shit broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men's first relationship with love comes from, daughter. We don't really understand that we out fucking. We don't really, that triggering thing. So when she said that, I just looked at her like,
nothing.
And yeah, that changed. That fucked me up.
You cried?
I still cry. I love my daughter so much. The fact that that memory is something that burnt into her. And she was 3. I left her mom when she was 3. So how do you remember that?
To burn a hole in you.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to verbalize it.
I've actually heard that before, what you just said. I've heard that a man doesn't really know. A man's never really fully a man until they have a daughter. Like, and the men who have sons or whatever, like, yeah, they're a man, but like not. Yeah. It's not the same.
Because you teach your son the same fucked up shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They said having a daughter completes a man is what I've heard before.
My friend told me that when I had her. He was like, I'm glad you had a daughter. And I wanted a boy. I wanted a boy bad. And my friend, because this is when I was really in the street. So I was, just imagine a nigga that has no checks and balances. I was just bugging. And my older friend said, you needed that, son. I'm glad you had a daughter. Like, you needed that. And it really, you see when you start walking on the block with your daughter, you soften up, you become a little bit more, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Absolutely. I tell these guys all the time, my daughter changed my life, man.
You got a question?
She definitely changed me. Definitely.
You have a question?
Nah, I only answered 2.
Yeah, he had one more. He had one more.
Selfishness.
He worded Pet Peeve different, but this is, I like the way he worded it.
I like it. Yeah,
I like the way he
I like
did
it.
it.
I mean, you don't have to have a third one, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to have that.
I just think poor communication. Poor communication is a horrible, horrible cancer in a relationship. It's a cancer, bro. You know what I mean? Relationships is 100% communication.
100%.
100%. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Trust, sex, all that is communication.
Really?
Even sex is body communication.
I feel like women
it's
really
a
put
hundred
an emphasis on trust.
Trust is communication.
That's what he's saying.
Right.
He's like,
Okay.
All of it is communication.
Yeah, everything. Because you're literally trying to work with somebody else who's not you. They won't know nothing unless you tell them, honestly. You got to communicate everything.
And even what you show them is communication.
Yeah.
Even how you touch them, how you treat them, you know, everything is communication. Body language, it's icon, it's all communication. All that shit is communication. So poor communication is really a cancer.
I got 2 questions for you right now. Well, actually, I had a question about your kink. Before you about the kink thing. Why is kink and BDSM so stigmatized in the Black community?
We should have been asked that.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Like kink and BDSM so stigmatized in the Black community because of misogyny.
What do you mean by that?
Because women are held under the stigma of being a hoe, right? So they can't explore. They can't do anything else. We gotta be real. Everything's about being a real nigga and a real bitch. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about being a real nigga and a real bitch. And so women hold each other to certain stigmas. It's based on misogyny, things that been told them about old age people, old generations. You know what I'm saying? You got to be this way. You got to be a lady. You can't do this. You can't do that. Which is also taught to the women that hold the women under that standard by men. And by age-old things that say men are supposed to be here, women are supposed to be here, lady in the streets freaking the sheets or whatever. And then on the other side of that is patriarchy and misogyny also holds men back from being too freaky, too sexual, because then you look, they're gonna say you gay,
soft,
or freaky. Or, you know, like you giving into sex. Like, you know what I mean?
You let somebody eat your ass.
You doing too much. Remember, 30 years ago, women weren't sucking dick. Men were definitely not eating pussy.
And they wouldn't even let a girl eat
their
ass.
ass. Yeah. Women just started sucking dick out loud during my generation. I'm 40-something years old.
No, you ain't lying.
Wow.
They was not sucking dick before that. And men,
I didn't really
it took another 15 years before men said out loud that they was eating pussy.
Here, another example. I ate pussy in high school.
See?
This nigga found out, he was like, what?
Yo.
Rich was the first nigga to eat pussy.
Yo, they played me.
They tried to play the shit out of me. Don't laugh.
They played me, man. And I was curious. And I have she's not here. But one of my mentor was just like, yo, don't listen to these niggas talking about, yo, they eating pussy too. Don't ever let them tell you that they go do what it is that you're curious about. And bruh,
that shit worked
beautifully.
Eat pussy.
I was one of the only niggas in high school openly eating pussy. Guess how many women was trying to be like, yo, what's up, Jerry? Hey, Jerry.
I wasn't openly eating pussy.
No, I was open. You see the difference, my nigga. I'm open about it. What's up? I do it.
The thing with me, it wasn't
It was cultural for him.
It was more cultural for me growing up. Like, at first,
I had a Jamaican best friend. I understand.
All my elders told me like,
bro,
it just does not does that.
They was like, you can't do that. So now I got my Haitian friends.
Pussy, nigga.
All of their older time like, no, you better eat pussy. So they all like, nah, we're eating pussy. I'm like, y'all are bugging. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? No, don't do this. But then, like I said, as life progresses, you understand, like nah.
But then there's also, so those things is there. But we, as black people, we got a lot of shit that's fucking us up.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Talk about it, bro.
Yes. Another thing is that our ego is so attached to sex. Our ego, like, I think that, I said this on my show before, that men get more ego boosts out of sex than physical pleasure. Like, we like physical pleasure so much, yes, but it's also what we doing to this woman and that she gave herself to me, which is why it's fucked. Drives us crazy when they go other places, when they deal with somebody else because, oh shit, I wasn't the only one. I'm not that nigga to her no more.
My man raised his hand. Rich, don't do that, bro.
I raised my hand. I like how you said yes.
Rich.
I'm gonna be honest. In my past relationships where I cheated, and the ones that I cheated in, or even just my promiscuity, in all honesty, because let's speak on it. A lot of it is not due to me needing a nut. A lot of it is really
you could get that bitch.
No, it's not even just that, it's the ego thing.
That's what it is.
I'm agreeing with it. It was really like, yo, I want to show that I can bust this girl's ass. Not because I could have a girl who has the best vagina, and I'm like, yo, this vagina is perfect for me. Like, how many times have I told you, like, yo, this real shit, and I can fuck this vagina all the time. But I'm like, you know what? I fucked her last week.
I got her.
Let me put her on the side.
Let me go get something new. And it's not about anything else but making myself feel like.
And Rich,
it's horrible.
Women don't understand that shit. And I tried to be like real about explaining, yo, that's just, I can't explain to you why that is what it is.
It's horrible,
but
bro.
it just is what it is. I don't know why the fuck I just want to be like, I just want to be able to see if I could take it down. Point blank, period. And it's and you know, like I'll have, you know, because my wife and I really have deep conversations. We'll be like, she'll be like, why? Like, what the hell is the point of that? And I'll just be like, I don't know. I just feel like if I still want to feel like a man, I want to feel like I can hunt and I can kill and I can eat. And that's it. And I don't know what it is.
A lot of times I just need to know that I can, and I won't even do it. Once I know that I can, I almost.
Oh, really?
I've done that before.
And you cut it off at there.
Yes.
Sometimes.
You see, I had to ask because he was like, wait. Do I cut it off there?
The reason I get that pause is because I really don't pursue. Right?
Okay.
I really don't pursue. When you say cut it off right there, it's almost as if I'm pursuing it, which is like, no, I don't pursue.
Okay.
But just knowing is good enough for me.
Right.
In a lot of different
And you
ways.
could tell.
Yeah, you could tell when they're giving you the pheromones. Like,
How do you stop that though? How do you grow out of that?
You remember the episode of Martin where they was in the gym and he took off his ring and he started working out.
Yeah.
He said, I just want to see if I still got it. He wasn't really trying to bag none of the shorties in the gym. He was like, let me take off my ring and let me see if I'm still gonna get the same. And that's what I feel like it's the ego. It goes back to the ego.
So we think about that lower. A lot of us ain't educated. A lot of us ain't emotionally intelligent. A lot of us don't know why we do shit. When we talk about ego boost, it's literally what we really focus a lot around this area right here.
Talk about it.
So when women say, I wasn't pleased, I wanted you to explore, do something else, or can you eat pussy, this, that, other? No, my dick is good. My dick, I never had a place before. You know what I mean? And so we'd be stuck right there, so we don't want to do other shit. And that kind of makes a lot of guys ain't open enough to doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they dick's supposed to be good enough. What you trying to tell me? My dick ain't good enough? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what that. So we stuck right there, and we don't realize women have been quiet for centuries and actually have all these types of stimuluses, especially women like us, men. I don't think I have as many stimuluses sexually as women.
No.
I just don't. Like, women are fucking.
It's pretty easy. Your feet could turn me on, your titties could turn me on, your ass, your lips could turn me on, your eyes could turn me on. Your physical appearance can turn me on, and then
the way you sleep can turn me on.
And then I'll get to mental. Then I'll get to mental. How you interact with me, but your physical appearance. There's so many different little aspects of you. Like something like we've said on the show. Like I don't have like a type. You could be a big girl, and the way your calves is just curvy. It's like shit.
Nah, we got.
I'm gonna bust your fucking ass. Like you know what I mean?
I call it the Flintstone feet. Like I like girls.
I like
girls with thick feet.
Yeah,
flat feet. Like,
Listen, Tyler said y'all are nuts. The king of kings said y'all are nuts.
Tell. I had a chick. I used to tell her she had Ryu feet.
Yo, we got the live audience pulling out the feet, by the way. They out here showing the feet.
You're a street fighter, right? You're a street fighter. You know how Ryu and Ken fight different.
Yeah.
And they heel be mad big. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Me and Black one day, we going to the gym, we get out the car. A girl walked past us. She had like, it was summertime. She had sandals.
She had on flip-flops.
She had on sandals.
Thong sandals.
Yeah, and I'm looking at her walk by, Black look at her walk by, and then we look at each other and Black goes, yo, my nigga, was like, you see her? And he goes, feet? I was like, yeah. She got good pussy. Just like
Off of the feet, my nigga. Off of the feet, she has good pussy, my nigga.
She had a big shit. She had a thick heel, big toe.
Feet like that.
No, I'm not into feet.
I wouldn't call it.
It's not a fetish. Yeah, a foot fetish.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say.
That's why I've been sitting here like this the whole time.
No, I
Really?
wouldn't say I'm a foot fetish guy. I wouldn't say I'm a foot fetish guy, but it's something about when you see those feet.
Yeah.
It's like her vagina.
I have to agree.
I feel like it's grounded to the earth.
When did y'all know that you like sex? When did you realize that you had sex on your mind? What age?
8 for me. It was 8. I remember the first time my dick got hard and everything.
Nah, my dick got hard earlier than that. And this was
8.
I have older brothers, so it was weird.
I got older brothers too.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my son, who's a twin, who's not even 2 years
He
old.
don't remember it. He's not gonna remember it.
He's not gonna remember it. But my man, naturally, the man is just walking around jerking off all day. That's it. Naturally.
As a baby,
My man he's just touching himself and he's pulling it and he looks at when I take a bath with my son, he looks at my shit. I'm like, yo, bro. Only on yours. Focus on yours.
Take that one.
delete that shit.
Delete all that shit. But it's like, bro, I think it's instinctual, bro. It's from the time we were born. We playing around. I'm just, I take
Jerry always has a clip
every episode. No, I'm gonna make a clip out of this.
Don't do that.
Stop letting Jerry talk out loud.
I'm saying, yo.
Tahoe's over here with his head down, like I don't know what to say.
But
It was such a good episode, bro. That's all they're gonna hear.
Is that one little clip?
Yo, please, I don't want anybody coming and attacking me this week, bro. I'm just saying, I observe my children and I see that they already find pleasure in playing with their parts, and they don't even know what the hell they're doing. It's just I'm just observing, man.
It's instinctual.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna get to the next question. I got 2 more questions for you. What's hard about dating you? Shout out to our manager, Shout out to our
manager, Shop for that one, boy.
Woo! How much time you got?
We got time. Listen,
it's all up to Tahoe. You're here. You are our special guest, my friend. You talk your shit, boy.
I just feel like, for one, I'm too ambitious. I work hard. And you gotta, a relationship is work, bro. Like, and time and commitment. And I don't think that I budget enough time for relationships, right? Because I spend it. I got 2 podcasts. I got my social media presence. I'm also running these businesses, so it's more than just editing or recording. It's also doing promotion, doing business, coming on other shows, doing all of these other things. And in that is a certain amount of time that you should be checking in, where you should be interested, we should be dating. You should always be dating. Whenever you're in a relationship, you should still be dating like you was trying to get the pussy the first time. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking the other day, I was like, when's the last time we went on a date? Sat down and ate, right? Or the last time, I used to always bring her flowers. I would just get a bottle of wine, be like, yo, let's just go over here and just drink this over there, just away from everything else. You know what I mean? And so I stopped wooing, but it's not because of the feeling, it's because my time, I monetize my peace of mind or my free time. I monetize it all. And so that's one of the things that I just don't know if I give enough time for that.
You know what's funny? We posed a question. We've been trying to, because my next question will be, what's your most toxic trait? I know that they're very similar, but your toxic trait may not have to do with dating. So, but if you have other things that make it hard to date you,
let's just leave it there. I think that because that was great. Sometimes you overload questions, right? You leave people things to take from it.
Yeah, you know I totally agree.
Yeah.
What's your most toxic trait? Overall, you as a being, not even just in relationships.
My most toxic trait is that I am too smart.
Too smart in what sense?
I can argue for no reason. I can argue with you for no reason.
I've heard this. Stop.
I can figure out something
that's
wrong
crazy.
with
Yo, my man said stop, and I didn't say a word, bro. I didn't say a word.
As soon as
I
he
didn't
said
say a
it,
word, bro.
as soon as he said it,
I already thought. I knew exactly what they was going
as soon as he said it,
I looked straight at this nigga like, damn.
If you could figure out a path to go the other way, I'll do that, right? I can make you could tell me some shit that makes absolute sense, and I'll argue it down because I saw a flaw in your presentation. Or, you know what I mean? I'll
Hope Giselle says
Yo,
his empathy
son,
is the
that's
sexiest
crazy.
thing about him.
You know,
speaking to you,
but you
Tahoe,
also,
so
because like you said, you would know that what the person is saying actually holds merit, but you felt a flaw in the presentation, so you want to pick at the.
So you want to go for
that's
it.
also ego too.
Yes.
Why
It's
wouldn't I
ego.
just take you? Why wouldn't I just take?
Why
your
wouldn't you
word
just
and
listen to what I'm
accept it? I
saying
know
to
you
you?
don't, you don't mean it, but then it's like, yo, why you coming at me like that? So you get that fighting thing. I got
Yeah.
that fighting stance in my thing. So I think that's probably the worst thing is that I just
Black is loving this right now.
shut
Yo,
up
for
sometimes.
real, for real.
One day, Black told me I was stubborn. I said, I'm not disagreeing with you, but tell me how I'm stubborn.
Yes, he wanted
And he gave me an example that had nothing to do with being
He was-
stubborn.
he was-
I didn't even know.
This
Just
is why-
over there, you not.
That's why I'm so glad because I was literally gonna say that. Like we literally had this kind. I was like, yo, you're stubborn, bro. And my example, he was right. Didn't have anything.
Had nothing to do with stubborn.
Yeah.
And not, so
being stubborn.
so now to me, I'm not stubborn to you.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
You was
can't
wrong.
explain how
Because you was wrong. You was wrong about coming at me.
So
You was wrong about coming at me.
Being too smart for your own good is definitely a flaw. Definitely a flaw. Jerry, you said you have one. Oh, Shaw, I got a question.
I got a question. Since this is the first time we're doing this question, why don't you guys answer what's hard about dating you?
Okay. But Jerry, before we do that,
yeah.
well, matter of fact, let's do it now. Before you have a question.
Okay,
right?
yeah, no, good. Let's
You
go
have a
for it
question?
then.
Start off with you.
What's hard about
You go.
What's hard about dating me? I am a realist, and I feel like that's always a hard thing about dating me. I usually just say, yo, this is what it is, and a lot of people don't like to. They like to fantasize or romanticize the situation, and I'm just like, but you know, that's right.
He's a vibe killer.
But that's not what it is though. Let's talk about what it is. So yeah, I feel like that's my main thing. I can't think of really anything else.
I changed mine. Before I used to be selfish with my time, but I think I've evolved that. I'm immature.
Wow.
I'm immature as fuck.
Wow.
I'm immature in the sense that
That's a good answer.
Yeah, that is a great
I'm
answer.
immature in the sense that not because I'm not mature in the things that I do and like as far as being an adult. I'm immature as far as relationships where I've been a habitual cheater in my past.
We use habitual a lot today. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I like that.
It is what it is.
I used to call it selfish, but I realized that it's just immaturity. And that's why I evolved.
What made you realize that?
Because it's not just being selfish. It's knowing that you're being selfish and still choosing to be selfish. That's immature as fuck,
Right.
in my opinion.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So because I know I'm selfish. Like
Becoming a man.
maybe that's what it
Believe it or
is.
not, you're becoming a man. We think that we are man status, but certain shit is like putting all that boyish shit past, and you'll cross a line where you're not doing none of that shit no more. You still got shit to work on, but that immaturity shit is one of those steps that you make in your 30s that you like, yo, all right, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to accept different energy.
Listen to myself.
You
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Let me not keep doing the same old bullshit.
Which is like learning that about myself. It definitely taught me like, all right, like make a more conscious effort to not be that way. Learn like something I've been doing is I've been listing things so that I make time for things that are like less focused on me. You know what I mean? Like our friend Tanya. Tanya said to me one time, "You love talking about yourself, Rich." Cause I'll be talking about the podcast. She's like, one person you sure love is you. And I was like, I was like, damn, like, shit. And I'm like, I'm not bigging myself up. I'm also bigging up what I'm working on. And she's like, yeah, but like I can see why you say you're selfish on the show type shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Cause like it is. I'm very focused on my goals and what I'm trying to accomplish. If I'm in a relationship, it's like you have to wait till I get these things done. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's bad. It's bad. Why be in a relationship if you're gonna do that to somebody?
Yeah, I mean, and you just gotta be aware of certain shit and work on it because as a business owner, nigga, that's your number one one of your number one priorities.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a woman, if she's not a business owner, because I don't want to put, she's just a mother, but their kids be their first priorities. The first thing they think about in the morning is the last thing they think about at night. So like everything else comes after
your
that,
baby.
right? Of course, men should be the same way, but if we were to give birth to something and we don't have children, our business is our baby.
Yeah.
So it's the same type of thing. Like, I'm always thinking about it. Everything I do, I'm always thinking about this shit.
That's what's on your mind.
Black.
Mine's is literally, and it's kind of, I feel like it's my toxic trait also too. It's my nonchalant. Because with women,
you're too nonchalant.
Yeah, with women, with women being nonchalant is kind of like you don't care about anything. But I care about a lot. But I always want to be, it's cool. You know, I'm that guy. And with women, they don't really jack that shit.
Is it because you don't want to show that it affects you?
No, because I'll tell you it affects me.
Oh, okay.
But the way I say it, I'm gonna be like, yo,
you wild.
That I don't like that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say it just like that. So you're gonna not take me right. He doesn't care. He's just telling me he doesn't like it. But I feel like that's my thing. It's my nonchalance.
Shit, I wish I was more nonchalant. I can't even. I wish I was more nonchalant. I overreact to everything badly. Oh, nigga, I'm a bitch.
He's a bad bitch. He's not a bitch.
The difference between a bad bitch and a bitch. I'm a bitch ass nigga. I will cry.
Damn,
silent treatment. I'm like,
he's a Pisces.
Oh, wow, you heard that? He's a Pisces. You heard this bullshit?
It's true.
He's a Pisces.
It's true.
I'm a Pisces. Don't
Listen. Dealing with like Jerry's the first male Pisces that I was aware was a Pisces, and then from like there's been time where he'll get on my nerves and I'll get on my video game because I play video games. I get on my Destiny, I talk to one of my boys, and I'm describing my boy, and then I didn't know, I forgot. I've been playing with this nigga since I was like fucking like 20, 22. This nigga's a Pisces too. I'm over here venting to him. So yeah, this nigga Jerry, he's like, yeah, that's that Pisces shit for you. Gotta love him.
You forgot.
Yeah. This nigga's a fucking Pisces. He didn't deny the shit I was saying, but he was just saying, this is who we are. That's how we are.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? He's like, it helps me to maneuver or how because I'm reactive, but not in the same sense as how you guys are. Like, not in the same sense how he is. I hear you when you're saying something to me. Like, it just has to make sense for me. Something what I notice with Pisces, it doesn't matter if it makes sense. If I'm in my feelings, fuck it.
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Yo,
MJ,
fuck everything, my nigga.
My feelings is hurt. Give me some time.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It sometimes is that for me. Like, it's just like, fuck it, my nigga.
To me, that shit blows my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? I just made this. I made 1 + 1 made 2. Why? Because if somebody made 1 + 1 made 2 for me, no matter how argumentative I am, logic always works for me.
And I'm not gonna even lie to you. I honestly feel like because I know personally myself. Like if you're my friend or whatever the case may be, I've already proved myself that I am down to ride for you. Just like I said before, I'm down to do whatever it takes to make sure that I'm loyal to you. That's big to me. Yeah. So I'm never in question about whether or not I'm speaking from a part where I'm like, I'm not cool with you. You're not my people's. You're my brother. So this is why I'm speaking to you that way, because you are my brother. If I'm not speaking to you that way, that's the problem. It means I'm not fucking with you.
So the thing is with that, and I've been thinking about the entire time you were talking, is that I often think that I should have enough credit with the person. It's like, say you go to a bank and you say, all right, I've had a long-lasting relationship with you. I've always paid my bills on time. This and the other. Why would you cut my account off because of this one thing, right? When I built credit with you, right? But the bank said, this is a business. You violated our agreement. So I'm cutting you off. And so that's what happens with you and I. We think we have established enough relationship credit, but we don't realize we still violated the agreement.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
Like
That's true.
Just say,
that's
well,
true.
I've always shown you I love you.
Right.
And I've always been up and up. I should be able to violate you today, and you should be okay with it because you know I love you. No,
You're right.
You violated the agreement
today. Point blank period.
Listen.
Yo, but don't let me not ask my question.
Oh, my bad.
Yes. My last question. I guess this is gonna be the last one, Rich.
Yeah, this is gonna be the last one.
All right. What is a red flag in a relationship that you can easily spot now that you weren't easily able to spot before? What's something that you could you catch it quick?
I'm not even going to be able to answer that because everybody's different, and I haven't had.
For you,
for me,
personally,
I think depression is one thing. I think that people will be walking depressed. People be functionally depressed. Not having friends is a thing that's a red flag for me.
Big.
That says something about you being able to cultivate relationships. And then how
and maintain them.
But that says something about you because you might not be super toxic, but it something's going on where you give up on things or you burn them, you know what I mean? Or you violate people, whatever. And so when a person I see doesn't have their own shit going on, their own friends, their own life, whatever, that's because you can't just depend on me.
I can't be your hobby. I can't be your hobby.
Yeah, it is.
Talk it.
That's one thing I can say from my past relationships. I feel like I was always my shorty's hobby. With the girl who I'm talking to now, she has a whole life.
She busy than you, nigga.
You're talking shit.
I love that shit though, bro.
Talking shit.
Like, I'm not your fun. Like you can have a ball without me. I just add to it. Like you want me here. I don't need to be here.
She still chooses you beyond
all
other life.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, she still chooses
exactly. I love that shit.
And I'm not gonna even lie to you, Black. You change in ways you don't even realize that we see. You change in ways that you don't even realize that we see based off of that.
I've changed.
Yes. I don't even know you as long as this nigga.
I don't think I'm Black's best friend no more.
Oh shit! Here we go. That Taurus shit. Here we go. That Taurus shit. I'm not his best friend no more, man. Come on, man.
I call him in the morning on the weekend.
Yo, I'm busy.
Yo, what's good? He's like, you know, he's chilling here. I'm not high with me.
High person.
Nigga, she's been. Yo,
no.
I don't give a fuck. Rich, it's not for you.
Everybody knows. I'm here.
Everybody knows.
I don't care. It's not for you.
No. Jerry, you right about me saying certain names.
Yeah,
I never said.
My nigga always says names, my nigga.
No, I don't always say names. I've said names for me. My name.
Yes,
and the only name I said for him is the person who's been on my motherfucking show. She's been on the show. The fuck? Anyway, we want to make a big shout out to Tahoe TV.
Yo, everybody clap it up for this man.
Please.
For real, man.
At TAHOE _TV. On YouTube is without the underscore. Make sure you go follow that man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We really appreciate you popping out. With our small platform, we've been blessed as of lately to come into contact with a lot of dope people who have actually been wanting to be very helpful. I appreciate you, man. Like really,
I appreciate y'all.
You know what I mean? We're gonna
Thank you.
we're gonna try to make it. I mean, I know for a fact that these couples are gonna be at their Kings.
We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out.
I'll come because it's not full place, so I'll come and check it out. You know what I mean? I want to come.
Right? Yeah. I just honestly, want to be in an environment.
Sorry.
It's okay. I just want to be in an environment where we are kind of taken out of our element.
Yeah.
I just want to see how we react to that. I'm curious. That's all it is. Like I know, I've been married to my wife 8 years now. I just want to know what that world is like with her around. Like, how's that car ride home? What do we talk about there? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Before
Like,
we finish time,
that's all.
We had a young lady here from Brooklyn Express. 16 years together. Ain't nobody gonna be faithful. Do you agree with that? Do you think 16 years together?
We getting back into the topics.
No. I know.
That's a good one. That's a good one, my nigga.
Do you think a couple in this day and age can be faithful for over 10 plus years without ever messing with anybody else?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I think communication is important. And if y'all have y'all been, because faithful is what?
That's what I was about to say. You see? No. That's what I was about to answer.
Whatever you're okay with. If you talk about it.
Right? So, and then there are people that aren't so sexually based, like so sexually this, that, and the other. So, yeah, I think it can happen. You know, the social media is fucked up. Social media has got all our minds fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But we need to really focus more on the Black family. communicating with each other, building out real family core values, and saying like, yo, you know what, this is what I'm cool with. Communication, building out communication. You know what I'm saying? And I think that from there we can really, because right now a relationship ain't going past 4 or 5 years, really. That's a 50-year-old marriage, right? To 50 years ago, people was married forever. Yeah. Right now, you ain't getting past 5 years. It's like, it's crazy. But it's all because of all the outside influences and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we really need to bring it back.
Didn't Boosie say it on the show? He was like, you're looking at your woman and you're looking at 30,000 different women. That is like you know.
So
that's
she need to give you access to everything.
I'm looking at a chick online today, and
Shout
I
out to
followed her.
Drink
She
Champs,
looked just like my chick.
Mm-hmm.
She's got bigger titties and shit. I was like, oh, she fire. Like,
oh, that's fire.
Yeah. But she looked just like the one I already got. Why I follow this one? You know what I'm saying?
That's fire, baby.
Shout out to Tahoe TV.
Yo, man. I want to talk to you all night, bro. But yeah, listen. We have a time constraint. Yeah. Please, ladies and gentlemen at home.
They want you back on the show.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Already.
Already. He's the busy
man. So Shameless Podcast with my host Daja Bell.
Yes.
And DJ Trauma, or you can listen to me on Hard or Soft Podcast with my co-host King Rude.
Nice.
We will be posting his event coming on the 29th all week.
Absolutely.
Please pull up.
Yeah,
I want to see my black people out. You know?
Right. Absolutely, man. Thank you again, Tahoe. Listen, at home, please, if you haven't already, go on YouTube, subscribe to the podcast, hit that bell so you can get all of the notifications. Keep in Mind Podcast. That's Keep in Mind Podcast. No spaces, no underscores, no nothing like that on Instagram. Follow us on the gram, man. Listen, show us some love. We got gear on KeepinMindPodcast.com, which I've heard people are not really able to finalize their payments on that. So we gotta work that out. But KeepinMindPodcast.com, we're working on having the swag along with everything else.
But hold on. Come on. But that's what you were talking about before the show with the whole.
I'm glad that he made the laugh. I'm glad that he made the laugh. That was so good. I had my head down. You see? I'm sorry.